In this video, we are going to learn about countable and uncountable nouns. As you can see, countable nouns are the nouns which have singular and plural form. For example, apple, apples, dog, dogs, man, men, friend, friends, seat, seats, etc. Whereas uncountable nouns are the ones which have only one form. Examples: air, rice, water, bread, money, etc. For all these examples, you don't call them as airs, rices, waters, breads. Yes? So you have only one form, and if you have one form, then they are uncountable nouns. If you have both singular and plural, then they are countable nouns. Now let's quickly see some examples which are given right here. Pens, apples, bottles, buses, cars, etc. They all come under countable, which can be counted using numbers, whereas uncountable, they have only one form, as I've already told you. And here are few examples. Now let's quickly have a look at these practice questions. The first question: the children fell asleep quickly after a busy day of fun. So you need to identify children if it is a countable or an uncountable noun. It's a countable noun because you can count the number of children, isn't it? Be careful. The water is deep. Water is countable or uncountable? Water doesn't have any plural form. It is the same. It is only in one form, water. So it is uncountable noun. The parade included fire trucks and police cars. Fire trucks. It is a countable noun because you can count the number of fire trucks. We like the large bottles of mineral water. Bottles. Nana, it is not an uncountable noun. It is a countable noun. If I would have underlined water, then water was an uncountable noun. But I said bottles of water. Bottles. You can count the number of bottles. So it is a countable noun. My mother uses real butter in the cakes she bakes. Butter is an uncountable noun, whereas cake would have been a countable noun, right? Because you can count the number of cakes like 1, 2 or 3. But butter is available only in one form. There's no plural form of butter, no butters. It's only butter. So it is an uncountable noun. There is a man at the door. I have some friends in New York. There is an egg in the basket. In the first sentence, a man. Second one, some friends. Third one, you used an egg. So before we use the countable nouns, we can quantify the countable nouns using words like a or an and some. If it is a negative sentence, then we use a or an and any. Like in this case, I don't have a dog. There aren't any seats. Similarly, for uncountable nouns, it is going to be: there is some milk in the fridge. Some milk. There isn't any coffee. Any coffee. Any you used because it's a negative sentence. You're saying there is no coffee. So there isn't any coffee. Now let us see some more practice questions and let us try to choose the right quantifier from a, an, any or some. I need dash information about train times. I need some information about train times. We've got a dash of luggage. We've got a lot of luggage. There isn't dash space in the car. Remember, this is a negative sentence. You're saying that there is no space in the car. So there isn't any space in the car. Next one. I've bought dash new shoes, but I did not get dash shirt. I've bought some new shoes, but I didn't get a shirt. Last one. There is never dash petrol after Sam uses the car. As I said, this is also a negative sentence. If it is a negative sentence, then you have to use any. There is never any petrol after Sam uses the car. How many chairs are there? Are there any chairs? Can we have some chairs? There are a lot of chairs. So we used many and some, lot. Depending on the context, these are the quantifiers which we use for countable or uncountable nouns when we are framing some questions. If you see uncountable nouns, how much sugar is there? You don't say how many, right? So always remember, many we use it for countable nouns and much we use for uncountable nouns. Is there any juice? Do you want some rice? Is there a lot of snow on the road? Right? So now let's quickly go through certain questions. How dash people are coming? People, is it a countable or an uncountable noun? People is a countable noun because you can count the number of persons available, right? So you have to use many. How many people are coming? How dash water do you think we need? Water is an uncountable noun. So do you use many or much? Obviously, you have to use much. How much water do you think we need? Do you have dash advice for me? Do you have any advice for me? How dash people have sent you dash email? People, obviously you have to use many because it's a countable noun. Email, it starts with a vowel, so you have to use an. So the answer would be, how many people have you sent an email? The last one, do you want dash chocolate? Do you want some chocolate? So this is how you have to use these quantifiers if you have countable or uncountable nouns in your sentence.